Welcome back, everybody. Time for Ask the Expert. Our good friends from Recycle Frog are here this morning. So if you have questions, and you probably will, at least I hope you do, feel free to ask those questions and get answers right here. Call us at 613-789-6559, extension 2803. You can also email us or Facebook us questions. But always, people have questions. David Martinek is here. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good to have you. First of all, Recycle Frog, for those who have no idea what you do, give us the rundown.
We, simply put, we buy and recycle people's old gold jewelry, silver coins, flatware, tea sets, anything that has silver, gold, or platinum, we buy it.
Buy it.
And we recycle
And recycle it.
Yeah.
You are not a traveling roadshow.
Well, you know what? We're not the traditional traveling roadshow.
No.
Although we have hundreds of events a year where we go out into the community and we have events.
You just make yourself more available.
Yeah. We try to make it as convenient as possible.
And as a matter of fact, you're doing a couple of those today?
We are, yeah. We're at the Schenkman Arts Center and the Nepean Sportsplex from 11 to 5 today as well.
Right,
yeah.
Right. But I'm not going to have some expert look at my stuff and go, you know, circa so-and-so and so forth. You're going to give me the real deal.
Yes, yeah. Well, we're going to look at everything and to the best of our ability determine exactly what that material is worth. And then make you an offer. What's nice is that people are not obligated to accept the offer. They can simply either walk away with their material instantly, or if they want to accept the offer, we write them a check on the spot and they walk away with money in their hand.
The fact of the matter is, David, as you well know, there are lots of people out there with lots of gold in their possession. They have no idea what it's worth.
That's right.
They may be sitting on a fortune.
Oh, absolutely.
Or something that could help them out.
We see every end of the spectrum. We see people who are, they need that little bit of extra money to get them through the month, which, we're happy to help them with that. And then we have people who have inherited things from their parents and grandparents that, they've kept the things that have some sentimental value to them, and they want to hold on to those pieces. And then there are other pieces that are simply, just junk sitting there in boxes, and those things can be potentially worth hundreds, if not thousands of dollars.
Yeah, and it could be, you may have had them for a long time, or your folks may have had them for a long time, and nobody knows exactly what they are or what they're worth. So you might as well find out.
Exactly.
Whether you decide to sell or not is your own decision.
And there's no cost to finding out. A lot of people will come out simply because they're curious to find out whether that flatware set is actually sterling silver, or if it's plated, or if it's not silver at all. And there's no cost to doing that whatsoever. If anything, it gives you some peace of mind that you can actually go ahead and sell that at the garage sale for $5, or you could potentially turn it into hundreds of dollars by selling it as precious metals.
It must, when you think about how many times people could, have been at yard sales and selling stuff that they have in their basements or their parents' homes or what have you.
Oh, yeah.
It must boggle the mind to think
yeah.
just what value these things could be.
We know based on our research that every home in Canada has between $350 and $450 worth of material. So whether it's earrings and necklaces or knives, forks, and spoons, but that's the average. Some people have significantly more than that. Some people will have less. But it's a lot of money sitting in your home that you may not even be aware of.
How do you set your prices? Obviously, it's based on the markets and where gold stands at the time. But I mean, you got to make money at this as well.
That's right. So that's the basics that I'd like to maybe start with here. Is I think it's really important that everybody understands that there are some very fundamental things that every good gold buyer is doing. Right. And there are some good ones out there. We're not the only good ones. There are definitely some other good ones.
Okay.
But the good ones will have a couple of basic things, and that's why I brought the equipment today.
Okay.
So the first thing is a scale. A scale is, it should be certified by Weights and Measures Canada. It should have...
it has a sticker on it.
Yep, it has the sticker right on it. It has seal plates that are completely sealed on the back, which means this has been certified by the government as an accurate scale. They've put some plates on there, they've screwed them on, they've welded them on, and this has not been tampered since they certified it. That's a really important thing, because you want to be able to see the scale, you want to know how many grams of gold or silver you have.
Right.
And that's a very important thing, because the less ethical guys will not have scales like this, first and foremost, because they're expensive and you have to pay the government to get them certified and yada yada. But they also don't want you to see the weights. They will simply say, oh, you've got 20 grams when you could potentially have 30 grams. So that transparency, being able to see the scales, very, very important. The other important thing, and equally important, is the testing equipment that these buyers are using.
Right.
You want to make sure that they're using something that's very high tech. that's going to be very accurate in determining the purity of the material. So
Right.
whether it's 10 karat, 14 karat, 18 karat, or better.
This is a gold tester. It says
It is right up to 24 carats. So it's the what is it? The Tri-Electronics GLX 24. So it goes right all the way up to 24 karat gold.
And you use this.
Every one of us everybody that works at the company has to use one of these testers.
Right.
It's cleaned every morning. It's tested to make sure it's accurate, and for two reasons. Not only for our customer to know what their material is, and we'll show them every single time we do a test, we'll show them the results.
Right.
But for us as well. If we're paying you for 14 karat gold, I want to know that I'm buying 14 karat gold.
Right.
If it happens to be 10 karat and I paid you for 14, well, you're off walking away with the money.
And just because it's stamped as 14 karat gold doesn't necessarily mean it is.
No. And I would say most times it is, but on the odd occasion, it will come in lower than that. And
Right.
you know, there's a number of reasons for that, but that could take up a whole show itself.
Exactly. We're going to talk more about the process and what people need to understand, and important questions that you should ask when you're dealing with Recycle Frog or anybody else in this business.
Yep.
We're also going to give you the 3 things you should never say when you talk to a gold buyer.
Any gold buyer.
Any gold buyer. If you have questions for David from Recycle Frog, there's the phone number, 613-789-6559, extension 2803. You can also email us questions, Facebook questions. More of Ask the Expert with Recycle Frog next here on CTV Morning Live.